I am an architect gamer. Well, architecture student, but don't tell anyone. So, my friends have encouraged me to show you guys my world, and I started this world on the 4th of February of 2020 this year, and I figured I would just kind of show you guys around what I've been building. I'm coming up on 6 months in this world, so yeah, we'll do this in small proportions. Couple of fragmented videos. So right now we're at the eastern border, right? And it is the farms of my kingdom. My kingdom. Um, yeah. Welcome to the eastern border, everybody. And the idea is that this is where all the wheat would be grown for the community. There used to be a village way down over there. It's no longer there. So I used to transport them through over here to my to my main base, my villager trader. So I can check the date. Yep, just February. I couldn't remember the exact date. I was never going to show anyone, but my friends have convinced me to do this instead. So I am using BSL shader. I just like it. Makes me feel good. The world looks cool in vanilla, but yeah, it looks cooler with shaders. Everything looks cooler with shaders. What are we talking about? So if we go down over there, that's where New Raspberry is. And this is, yeah, the Eastern Plantation. With my builds, I'd like to convert things as is. So like all of the ponds and lava lakes and all that type of stuff that rocks up in the plains biome, I like to work with it with my builds. So I don't like to just kind of like, you know, just like cover it up. I like to work with it. It makes it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more fun. This is the northeast bridge, the most recently completed thing. I've been offline for a couple weeks. Just trying to get my head straight and back into varsity stuff, you know. Yeah, completed this beginning of this month, and I've got some projects lined out. I'm gonna try finish off this area soon. Yeah, just kind of taking a shot in the dark here. So the way I do this is I just kind of like I mess around with the entire world. I love the way that natural Minecraft like landscapes look. So I like to try and just work with them instead of against them and try and create my own landscapes and stuff where possible. I'm just gonna focus on really like the eastern border in this video because it's got to be shorter than 10 minutes. Yeah, these are my flower fields, and what I'll do is once I'm done with all of the builds, I will show you guys what it looked like before. I have a creative world separate where I kind of just like to look at what was here, you know, not here specifically, but everywhere, you know, so I can really like just take in what was there and what's not there, and take inspiration from what was. So these are the most recent things is my little pens. I actually just put the animals in this morning because I've had two different farms for all the animals, and they all rested on that ridge line over there. And as you can see, there's not many animals there anymore, except for the iron golems, those scary animals. So I had to move them, and cows were the first to come here. And then secondly, I moved it to my main tower, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, now they're here, and I'm just kind of like building around them, you know? Just kind of building the settlement slowly but surely. This will be the last section part of the eastern like area, because I think I think it's done now. After all these builds are done, which I will take consideration of just recording building them too, if you guys would like to see that sort of thing. But yeah, because I kind of go off of what I learned in architecture school, where rural farms and stuff, that's more on the outside, and then you have your centralized cityscape, and you know, so I play around with the real world mechanics as well. If we head up over here, we'll get to Sunshine Lane. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll cut it off at that border with this video. This was completed quite a while ago, probably a month, maybe 2 months, 6 weeks, somewhere there. Oop, frame rate drop. That's the problem. Shaders really destroy my frame rate. So these guys are settled in around here. I found this gorge and I thought it was a really great opportunity to work with that as almost like a cliff type vibe. And yeah, this is survival. I play in survival. Give you context. You can see there. Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Where am I looking? 2,000. There, just below the lantern. 2,149 days. So it's a lot. It's really a lot. My stats say I'm close to 712 hours. So yeah, here we go. 15th of May. Sunshine Lane. Oh, I love it. I've got these signposts everywhere. So our northern bridge is over there. It's kind of bland in a way, but yeah. Then the main tower. It's down that ways. Just show you my very basic bridge compared to the northeast bridge. This is very basic. I just saw this giant hole in the mountain, and I thought, there's no ways I cannot use it. Like, if that's not a passage into the space, then nothing is. Yeah. Just run on down this way. Giant monument. The northern monument. It's pretty stark and cool. I wanted to have these giant monuments like in each section or direction of my base. It really came out really cool. Down here we're going towards Anna's Pass. Anna's just a friend of mine, and I wrote her name in Minecraft blocks back in April, and then I had to tear it down to make a village. So I told her not to be offended, and I'm going to name this giant hole after her. And it's really cool. Like, there used to be a massive like amounts of mountain space over here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually. And this is actually where my starter base was back in February. My first little house that I built. Not in May. I didn't build this in May. But this was just kind of like a little time just for this space. You know, like, it's not finished. It's never really finished. When I have a stroke of inspiration to come and finish it and touch it up and break down some of it, then I'll do that, you know. And like, yeah, I want to put a little harbor space over here. If we go over here, if I update this map, yep, there we go. You can see where the harbor is gonna lie. Oh, there we can begin to see a little bit of the tower. But yeah, this is where we wrap around to that flower field that we were in just a second ago. And I have a man-made waterfall and lake over here. So this was just like a section down into the ravine, and I think I needed something to break the space between the mountains and these fields. And I didn't want to put houses because I was getting a little bit bored of houses. So I did this instead. That's the ridge settlement up there. Like, this entire line is just the ridge settlement. I am missing a couple of houses. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, then we wrap around here and we get to the eastern plantation. Oh, I love this. I love the way this looks. There's just something so magical about this space. Like, with all the coral that I brought in and then the bridge, like, oh, it just looks so awesome, man. I can't wait for all these houses to be done. Like, it's gonna be great. Oh, I can't wait. Yes. So I'm just gonna fly up over here quickly. See? New Raspberry. Our eastern border. Yeah, guys. That's just me talking about this part of the video. Well, this part of my world.